So I've been into big trucks and mudding for as long as I can remember. From growing up watching Monster Jam on TV, going to the different RYC type mudding events, to even going to the Monster Jam shows over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. It was something we'd always look forward to. I'd always go with my dad and my brothers, and we'd always get real fired up and excited about it. And every time we were at one of those shows, I remember always having it in my head, like, you know, one day I want to have a truck like this. I want to have my own monster truck. So that's kind of where it had started for me. Just to give you an idea of how fired up and excited I would get when these monster trucks would come out, I remember distinctly the first time I saw a Monster Jam truck do a backflip in like an arena type setting. It was Maximum Destruction. He was out doing his freestyle routine, and right towards the end for like the finale, he went to go attempt a backflip. First time I'd ever seen a truck do a backflip my entire life. He jumps up, lands his backflip. I got so excited when I saw this that I lurched up out of my chair and went to start yelling. And I did it with such force that I actually punched myself right in the nose on accident with this hand. And like, it was a hard hit. I mean, immediately I was like, what in the hell just happened? So I felt my nose and it was like intensely to the right. So I grab it, and my first thought was, okay, well, whatever I've seen in TV shows, movies and everything, you always gotta straighten your nose. So before I even told anybody around me, my dad and my brothers, what had happened, I grabbed my nose and just kind of shoved it to one side, and it made like a crunching sound and moved back into like, not quite center, it's still crooked a little bit to this day. Not a lot of people can say that. I got so fired up when I saw a monster truck do a backflip that I broke my own nose. So after daily driving the GMC for a number of years, 5 or 6 years, something like that, and all the fun things we used to do with it, with the shark cage and cruising around the mudding events with all the speakers in the back, finally I was like, all right, I kind of want to do something a little different. I was definitely never going to get my money back out of that truck between the lift kit, tires, stereo system, all the nonsense I had put into that thing. I figured, well, I wonder if we could turn this thing into a monster truck. And it just so happens that one of my best friends, Justin Hildebrandt, had actually already built a monster truck. And he's a full-out diesel mechanic, knows everything that you could possibly think of about diesel engines. At least anything I've ever came up with to ask him, he knows the answer. So, started talking to Justin about, hey, what would it take to turn this thing into a mega truck? We had looked at different options, and he had kind of helped me figure out the layout of the truck. Because, I mean, the first question he had asked, okay, well, I mean, do you want your truck to be taller? Do you want it to be wider? Do you want it to be slow? Do you want it to be fast? Came up with basically about how high the truck needed to be, about how wide it needed to be, what tires and rims needed to go on it, and what shocks we needed in order to clear it. And then everything else was going to kind of just fall into place as we started building it. So we went ahead and made a list of the main big parts that I needed to go ahead and purchase, and started from there. I mean, the first thing we bought was the shocks. And then, ironically enough, right after I bought the shocks, it was probably 2 weeks after that, I was talking with Justin and another buddy of mine, and we were trying to figure out, okay, well, how am I going to haul this truck? I like planning ahead. I always like having an idea of how I'm going to make things happen. So like, okay, once I get this big, massive truck, how am I going to get it around? I don't have a trailer for something like that. So he said, well, you need to buy a gooseneck. I said, well, okay, well, if I get a gooseneck, then where am I going to sleep? He said, well, if you get a gooseneck big enough, you can take that camper. I already had a camper at the time from going to the different mudding events, a little 18-footer, little toy hauler. So if you get a gooseneck big enough, we could probably just put your trailer right on the front of it, and you get your truck on the back, trailer on the front, you're ready to go. Got sleeping quarters and everything all in one rig. So, ironically enough, it was like a day or two after these conversations, I'm scrolling through Facebook on some of the mega truck parts ads, and I see this guy selling a gooseneck trailer, 40-footer, for like a pretty solid price. I screenshot the ad real quick. I sent it to Justin and a couple of my other buddies. they're like, dude, that's exactly what you need. That's actually a pretty good price. If you need help with getting this thing, let us know, and we'll help make it happen if you do want to go forward with it. So I was very fortunate to even have their help with that. But I was able to buy the trailer, and I was able to get the title for it and everything for an outstanding price. The trailer did need a little bit of work. It was a little rough for my liking. So that's when the fun began. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button at the bottom of your screen, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and keep an eye out for future videos of us killing it.